Hey guys, Crazy Postman here. Well, today we're going to be unboxing and installing the 9-inch Carabc Apple CarPlay Android Auto screen. So you might ask, Crazy Postman, your car already has Android Auto. Why are you going to unbox this and install it? Great question. Pretend you have an older car that doesn't have a screen from the factory, but you still want to participate in Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Well, Carabc has thought of that, and they make this aftermarket 9-inch screen that installs in most older vehicles that just have a plain radio. If you have like Bluetooth or an aux connection, or this thing even has a built-in speaker, you can use it standalone, you can still have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now it's just in a plain nondescript box, so when I got it today, I didn't know what it was, so I've already opened it once today, so this is not a true first impression unboxing, but I haven't installed it or anything yet. Another thing that makes this unique is they claim to have a 4K dash cam and a 1080p rear dash cam. So what we're going to do, since I already have Android Auto in my car, we're going to go install this in my parents' car. It's probably going to help them out a lot because they've never had a backup camera or a built-in GPS. So this is going to be kind of fun to install this in their car and try to show them how it works. They are in the upper years of life, so we'll see if they can figure it out. It should be pretty easy. But first, let's do a quick unboxing and see what's included in the packaging. So here is the recipient right here, a Chevy Impala, a few years old. It does not have a screen in the car. So we're going to figure out where to install this to be the most useful for my mom and dad. All right, so here we are in the car. This is going to be a straightforward install. So we got the screen. We don't have to do anything with that. That's the easy part. But what we do need to decide is what mounting option are we going to use? Are we going to use the windshield and the suction cup, or are we going to go the more permanent route and do the glue option? So I think I've decided to go the more permanent route with the glued down dash mount, but this thing fits very flush. So you can see it even actually kind of hangs down below the mount a little. I think I'm going to put it about right here so the screen actually has a little bit of the dashboard to support it. Maybe it won't bounce around as much. I could move it forward another ½ inch so the screen kind of hangs off a little, but actually I think it might be better if I just back it up just slightly. I stole a little alcohol pad from their first aid kit. Hopefully they won't miss it. I'm going to clean this area with an alcohol pad so it'll get all the dust and the debris off and give that glue the best chance of sticking. Since I don't really know where it's going to be, I'm just going to clean this whole little area here. So we got it attached. Now we're going to plug in the power. I'm going to go ahead and just use the cigarette lighter option, and I'm going to use the auxiliary option for audio just because I think that would be the least confusing way to do it for my parents. So now we just got to run these two wires to the back of the screen and plug them in. Now I'm going to cheat and use the camera screen to find the hole. That worked. And we just got to find the USB-C connection. Let's see here. So that was the first boot up. It says there's a memory card error, so let's go to settings, format SD card. Okay, I guess that's done. This beep is kind of annoying. Screensaver off. Language, of course, we want English here. Time settings. Oh, that's the screen brightness. Oh, that turns the screen off and back on. And then your settings over here are mobile link, Bluetooth, recorder, replay, audio out, and settings. So let me go ahead and get my mom's phone and we'll set it up here to be wireless Android Auto if possible. Okay, so I got my mom's phone here. It's some version of Pixel, I'm not sure, so we need to choose Android Auto. And the instructions say open the device Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. The first connection of the phone needs to be manually connect to Bluetooth. So we're looking for available devices, and there it is. It shows up, TF, whatever. So we pair it with that. Bluetooth pairing request. So we paired with the device. Okay, it's active. Oh, it's automatic. It just switched over to Android Auto automatically here. That was handy dandy. So I'm going to set the phone down and we're going to continue on the screen here. Requires permission. Okay. Continue. There is the basic Android Auto. I can't seem to do multi-touch, so like I can move the map around, but if I do the pinch and zoom motion, it doesn't work. So that's something to take note of. You have to use the little buttons off to the side. My Android Auto in my car allows you to pinch and zoom, so that's something you'll need to take note here. And then we got quick access over here to the devices menu. So I hit menu. I thought I hit home. There we go. There's the device's home screen. So that's the mobile link. You click that and it goes straight to Android Auto. So we're only half done right now. We got this connected and powered up, but we still got this little guy here we got to install on the back of the car for the reversing camera and then figure out how that works. Plus run all the cable. Well, we got the wire fished through for the rear camera. Now this instructions that come with it don't say anything about how to install this, so you kind of just have to figure it out. And here's a tip that I have. I don't know if it's the correct way to do it, but this is what I did to make it easier. Here in the back seat, I stuck a little rod down behind the seat. These seats don't actually move, so it's not like I could fold them down to get back there. A lot of the new vehicles, the back seats will fold down. But I stuck a rod down behind the seat, and what I'm going to do is this end, I'm going to tape to the end of the rod back there and then just pull it back up through. So that'll be an easy way to get the cable into the cabin. Don't know if that's the right way to do it, but I find that's an easy way to fish for a cable. Now, another thing that I noticed on this camera end here is there's this red cable. that's separate from the black cable that goes into the receiver up front. And what I'm starting to think is I got to supply power to this camera. It must not power the camera from the head unit up front. So, I mean, there's several options to tap into back here. I didn't really want to, but, you know, such is life. Editor Crazy Postman here. So I have since found out that this red wire just makes it automatically switch over to reverse camera mode. So the head unit does power the rear dash cam all the time. This red wire is just to facilitate the automatically displaying the backup camera when you put your car into reverse. If my tape holds, there should be a cable on the end of this rod. Hey, there it is. So now I got my cable in the car. Small victory. Guys, sometimes I'm smart. I know y'all are all screaming at the TV because you probably already know the answer to this, but I figured out where the red wire should go. Obviously, you want the camera to power on when you put your car in reverse. Where do you get power when you put your car in reverse? The reverse light. Hey, I didn't go to college for nothing. So now we know where we're going to try to power this little red wire from. Still a little bit more work than I thought it was going to be, but we're getting closer. Okay, so we successfully got our wire patched into the reverse light here. I tested it before I buttoned everything up, and it does switch the main screen to the backup camera mode when the reverse light is on. So now we are back here, and all I have left to do is screw this little camera into the upper part of the car here. It's gonna look something like that. I'm just gonna make sure it's straight. I'm gonna push it back, tuck it back under there as far as I can reach the screws, and that's how it's gonna be. So I'm having trouble getting my dad's phone to connect to it. So you can see it here on the list. TF90BT, this one right here. So if I say pair, oh, well now it's gonna work. So now we're getting my dad's phone paired up with it. Let's see if it connects. It tried a minute ago and it said it couldn't communicate. So it looks like it's launching Android Auto automatically. So here it is connected to my dad's phone. Now, I still can't get pinch to zoom to work, but it is zooming in and out using the buttons over here on the side. Let's see if the voice navigation works. Navigate me to the nearest Walmart. So it did do that. That worked just like it's supposed to. So this is the finished product for now. Not super elegant, but we are in like a 2012 Impala, so not a huge deal. You could have probably done a little bit better to hide these wires. I used a tie to kind of keep them together. Another thing of note, I just barely had enough cable to get the rear camera to work. This is kind of a long car, so if your car is any longer than the Impala, then you might not have enough camera cable to reach the head unit. It's actually probably not enough. There is a few places that I kind of had to not hide the cable exactly where I wanted to because I was out of extra cable. So that's something to keep in note. Another thing to keep in mind is I personally can't get the pinch to zoom to work, but other than that, that's the only weirdness that I can find with the Android Auto interface. I can talk to Google just like normal Android Auto. What's the current temperature?
In cache, it's currently 65 degrees.
Got the regular Android Auto apps here. Can get over here to the main screen, and then another thing that I didn't really look at is the dash cam ability in this car, but you can see it's automatically set to start recording every time the unit is powered up. And please disconnect the mobile phone first. So you can't have Android Auto running and look at your videos. That's kind of a weird quirk. Let's go in here and disconnect everybody. Not connected. Disconnect the mobile phone first. It already said it's not connected. Editor Crazy Postman here. At the time, I didn't know that ding that just played was the Bluetooth connection sound, so it just reconnected automatically. Oh, it automatically reconnected. Oh boy. So that's interesting. Let's just go ahead and turn off Bluetooth and see what happens here. So now it's not going to automatically reconnect. Let's go over here and see if we can look at that now. What? There is no mobile phone connected. Oh, there is. What the heck? So this is kind of confusing. Disconnect the mobile phone. So how do we do that? Bluetooth is off. It's not even connected, so I don't think that's a problem. Disconnect the phone first. So I have no idea how to disconnect the phone. If I can't figure it out, I know my older parents are gonna have no idea how to do it. How to disconnect Android Auto. So the only way to do it is to get on. The only way to do it is to get my dad to disconnect, to turn off the Wi-Fi on his phone. Alright, so I have his phone here in my pocket. That's what Android Auto. So turn off Wi-Fi. There should be nothing else connected. It turned on Wi-Fi automatically. On his phone, the Wi-Fi turned back on automatically. I guess because it knew there was a connection nearby. I literally turned the Wi-Fi off. Let's turn off the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi. Alright. Let's see what you do now. Alright. Everything is turned off. Shutting down after 5 seconds. Why? Don't do that. So let's go to replay. So now we can replay. So here's how it works. You can see there is a date and a time code and an F and an R. So that means front and rear. So let's go ahead and pick a random rear and just see what it looks like. Recording. There you go.
How do I turn off?
You can hear me complaining about trying to figure out how to turn it off.
How do I turn that off?
Alright, so let's take that same time code and we'll play the front video and see what it looks like.
Start recording.
So So there's the front recording.
How do I turn off
from the same
mobile
time?
How do I turn that off?
So it's got some quirks. You have to remember, if you want to look at the video, you got to physically get in your phone and turn off the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth. We're going to go ahead and turn this back on so we don't forget. And in a few seconds here, this should automatically connect back up. The only thing I did here is open the phone screen. I didn't touch any other buttons, and then it connected automatically. So, I don't know. Alright, so we're going to call that a wrap on the CarAbc Android Auto Apple CarPlay interface. This does have a dash cam, front and rear, and a 9-inch Android screen. So you're getting a lot for your money here. It's not the most high quality setup. It is a budget device. As of recording, you can get this for $89 on Amazon. Now, prices change there all the time. I can't promise that price, but you know, for $89, I mean, that's the price of a decent dash cam. So if this is a decent dash cam for front and rear, that's your price right there, and then you get Android Auto or Apple CarPlay for free. So that's your unboxing and quick review of the CarAbc Android Auto and Apple CarPlay 9-inch screen for your car that does not have Android Auto. Thanks for watching this, and I will see y'all in the next video. CarAbc did give me this device for free to make a video with. They also gave me a direct link to the product from their website, so you can use that if you wish. There is a discount involved. I do not get any kickback from that, but if you want to support the channel, I do have an Amazon link, which I recommend you use. I am an Amazon affiliate, and I will get a kickback from that one. Thanks for watching. Now enjoy some outtakes. What I'm going to have to do is pull it extremely forward. So what I'm going to do here is mount it. Dad, what are you doing?
What?
Why are you just driving around right here?
I'm fixing the lady.
You're squeaking around in the background. Are you weird like me and kind of like the smell of alcohol? Like medical strength alcohol?